Dear students, today I'm with another concept of business economics, and that is law of demand. So let us understand what is law of demand. Before we understand what is law of demand, let us see what is demand. So demand for a commodity refers to the quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing to buy at a given price during a given period of time. That means it is the quantity of a commodity that a consumer wish to buy at a given price during a given period of time. So the definition of demand highlights three essential elements of demand. The first one is price of the commodity. That means what are the prices of the commodity. Second is quantity of the commodity. And third is period of time. The time period may be a day, a week, a month, a year, or any other period, right? So these are the essential elements of a demand. Let us consider the following statements. First statement is Mr. Anil purchased 3 kgs apple last week. Second statement is Mr. Anil purchased 3 kgs apples when the price of apples was 60 per kg. And the third statement is Mr. Anil purchased 3 kgs of apples last week when the price of apple was 60 per kg. So three statements are there. The first two statements are incomplete in context of demand. Why? Because in the first statement, the price of the apple is not stated. In the second statement, period of time is not stated. It is missing. And in the third statement, as it is complete. Why? Because quantity of the apple, the price of the apple, and the time period during which the said quantity is demanded, that is mentioned. So we can say the third statement is complete as far as the perspective of demand is concerned. Now let us understand what is individual demand and what is market demand. Individual demand for a commodity refers to the quantity of the commodity that an individual buyer is willing to buy at a given price during a given period of time. In the example given in the beginning of the previous slide, Anil's demand for apple is the individual demand for the apple. On the other hand, if we talk about market demand, it means a good means the total quantity of a commodity that all the buyers of the goods are willing to buy at a given price over a given time period. It means that only Anil is not the customer of the apple. There may be many people who wish to buy apple. So when we combine them together, it becomes market demand. Now let us talk about factors affecting individual demand for a commodity. These are the four factors which affect the individual demand for a commodity. The first one is price of the commodity. At what prices commodity is being offered. The second is price of related goods. That means what are the price of related goods in the market. And third is income of the buyer of the commodity. Who is going to demand for that particular product? What is the income of that buyer? And fourth is taste and preferences of the buyer. What kind of taste the buyer has and what are his or her preferences. Now let us discuss law of demand. The law of demand states that other things remaining same, quantity demanded of a commodity is inversely related to its price. It means that demand for a commodity rises when its price falls and its demand falls when price rises, provided other factors remain unchanged. It states that when the price of the commodity increases, its demand falls. On the other hand, if the price of a commodity decreases, its demand rises. So there is an inverse relationship between price and demand. This is law of demand. We can better understand law of demand through this diagram. The price of the commodity is 1, 2, rupees 2, rupees 3, rupees 4 and 5. On the other hand, the quantity demanded in units, when the price is rupees 1, it is 10 units. When the price is rupees 2, it is 8 units. When the price is 3, it is 6 units, and when the price is 4, it is 4 units, and when price is 5, it is 2 units. So price is increasing, the quantity demanded is decreasing. It means that there is a inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Now let us see what are the various assumptions of law of demand. Certain assumptions we take into consideration when we are going to apply law of demand. The first one is price of substitute goods don't change. That means whatever substitutes are there for that particular product, its prices are not going to change. The second is price of complementary goods don't change. Whatever complementary goods are available with respect to that particular product, its prices are not going to change. And the income of the buyer remains the same. That means there is no change in the income of the buyer. If the buyer is earning 4,000, right, he is still earning 4,000. Maybe after 1 month, after 2 months, there is no change in the income. And fourth is there is no change in taste and preferences of the buyer. It should also be unchanged. That means whatever taste and preferences the buyer has, it should be constant. There should not be any change. If it will not be there, then uh, the law of demand will not be applicable in that case. So in order to follow law of demand, these four assumptions should be taken into consideration. So dear students, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you must have understood the concept of demand, the concept of law of demand through this video. Thank you.